Coach Deborah has a passion and purpose to assist young men, ages 15 to 24, to overcome obstacles and build their best lives. She wants to see every young man live out their potential. She has a master's degree in human services counseling, with a major in life coaching. More importantly, she is the mother of 3 boys, who are exceptional, educated, professional men. Coach Deborah believes it is better to train early, rather than need to fix later. She utilizes basic principles and God-led concepts. Sometimes the only thing a young man has is their credibility or their name. The actions they take are based on the decisions they make. Those decisions align with their choices and result in consequences. Coach Deborah can assist you if you are lost, floundering, or confused. Embrace the help and start building your best life today.
Blessings, everyone, and welcome to Build Your Best Life. I am Coach Deborah Smith, and I hope this gets better. I am super excited to be here, and I am blessed and grateful to be here today. Yes, I am under the weather. This is the first day I have gotten out of bed. I've been in bed doing whatever I needed to do. My husband had to pitch hit for me on Tuesday with our special guest, Coach Ricardo Miller. He did a phenomenal job. Thank you so much, Dan. I am going to try to get through this, but I am so blessed and grateful. You know, when we had our reach out for gratefulness in November, I told you it was so important that we are grateful each and every day, and not just on particular days of the year, particular months of the year. And though I don't feel my best, I am so grateful because I could have the flu, I could have pneumonia. There's so many, I could have COVID, but I don't. And I sound like this, but yesterday and before, I didn't even have this much of a voice. So I am truly grateful because I am so much better off than a lot of other people. So I'm going to do my best to get through this. I have very consistent cough. So if that starts, I'm gone, I'm off. But I am going to try to get through this because I think each broadcast is very important to the audience that I am trying to reach. So without further ado, I am going to go ahead. Of course, today is Thursday Live with Coach Deborah. And my topic today is don't run out of gas. Don't run out of gas. And I know this month we have been talking about financial peace, but 2024 is right around the corner. I mean, I can just see it. And so it's important, essential that we begin to prepare for what's coming up. Not what we think's coming up, but we know 2024 is right there. So you don't want to run out of gas. And when I say gas, I mean what makes you into who you are. That fuel that gets you going, that makes you successful, that gets you where you need to be. And it's so funny, when I was younger, my dad, every 2 years, he bought a new car. But he was so particular about the gasoline that he put in his cars. And if my mom put the wrong kind in one of his cars, oh my goodness. But I know at one time it was Amoco. You had to put Amoco. So if you had to ride 5-10 miles to find an Amoco station, that's what you had to do, no matter how much gas you had. Then he went to Shell, and it was the same thing, nothing but Shell. And so you had to find a Shell station. Now, he would rather run out of gas than to put something else in his vehicle because he felt that that was the only type of gas that has the octane, the ingredients that will make his engine run smoothly, stay clean, and give him the power that he needed in whatever vehicle it was. And so we as well need to ensure that we're putting into our bodies, our minds, our spirits, those things that are going to make us be the best we can be. But it is what we need, what you need, what you need. What I need may not be what you need. So you need the fuel that you need. And you need to make sure that you keep enough fuel in you. So what is it that you need? Do you need to read? Do you need to study history? Do you need to catch up on these politics that are just going crazy? There's so much that's going on, and there's so many different moving parts. Do you need to catch up on what's going on, try to understand the dynamics so you know what to do? Do you need to better understand the foundations of algebra and our stats so that you can get in there, get those formula, and get a clear understanding? What is it that you need to add to what you already have in order to get better, to add the necessary fuel that you need to succeed? You have to figure out what that is, because as I stated, what makes one person better is not for that next person. So first thing you need to do is figure out what you need to make you better. And this is something that I live by for my vehicles. As my husband, I go ballistic if he lets my tank get past half full. Now, if I'm driving it and I'm in there, hey, I'm going to make sure. But, if by chance he gets in my Armada or my Genesis and the gas isn't not getting in, and that fuel gauge is past half full, I lose it. And you hear that cough, so let me go. The first thing I want to mention to you today is, remember, when you stumble, and you will stumble because you're not perfect, you're not going to know everything, try to gain that balance. Have you ever been falling and you know you're falling, but you're doing all kind of things with your arms trying to regain your balance? Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But if you stumble, try to gain that balance. So if you're trying to graduate and you need your grades to be a little bit better so you can ensure that you get into a college, or you're going to be traveling into different countries, you got to make sure that you master that foreign language. Whatever it is that you need to do, you stumbled, you've put it on the wayside, you have not been consistent, you're not intentional with it, you stumble. Try to gain that balance and do what you need to get back on board. That is essential. Do what you need to do to get back on board. But as I stated, sometimes you're gonna fall. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. When you do, you're down there, and it's like, sometimes if I fall and I can't get up, how did I end up down here? But that's a good question. How did I get here? And so I guess you're thinking, you fail. Okay, but I'm using it metaphorically. So you've fallen in life. You're not where you need to be. How did you get there? Did you stop working on something that you know that you have to be consistent with? Did you have a goal? Did the doctor say because of your health, you have to lose 50 pounds, you got to lose 25 pounds? You're on borderline for having diabetes, your hypertension is too high, and you were working on it, you're doing better with your meals, you had cut out fried foods, and the holidays came, and it's just like, oh, it's just going to be for one day. But then that one day, oh my goodness, became two, got to eat the leftovers, 3, 4, 5, and then you just lost it. So now I'm not where I am. Went to the doctor again, and the report wasn't good. I know how I got here. The thing I said I was going to slip and do one day, I kept doing it. So I know how I got here. I'm not good with my algebra because I thought, oh, I'm never going to use it. I don't need it. So if I make a C or D in it, it's okay. But then you found all your grades matter. And if you don't have a strong foundation in algebra, it's going to impact your stats, your chemistry. It impacts other things. Then it's like, oh my goodness, that's how I got here. So it's important to figure out how you got where you are. Because if you don't know where you are, excuse me, how can you turn things around? You got to know where you are, and I got to hurry up. You know how you got there. Vow not to make the same mistake twice. Like I said, I got to go. If you need help, ask. There is someone assigned to assist you. But if you don't ask, you can't get that help. Once you get up, my apologies. But once you get up, try to stay up. So that means going back to where you were when you were doing better. But make sure that you take the necessary steps to stay up once you get up. And I would really like to go into this more because it's some great information that I had ready to give you, but it is what it is, and I tried my best. So just make sure and be determined that you know what you need. If you need unleaded, use unleaded. But if you really need high octane, you got to go further. You got much more to do. God has given you a purpose that's going to take much, much more. And you need a high octane. Don't settle for unleaded. And hey, we're almost into 2024. If it's not the unleaded of high octane, but electric is your fuel that you need, make sure that you stay close to where you can plug in, right? So do what you do to stay gassed up, stay at least half full if you can. But focus on being the best you that you can be. We'll try to get this again Saturday. My topic is going to be the reason. That's 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So please plan to join me. And if I'm not better, I'll just have something that I'm not going to be on, but I'm going to try to be back on Saturday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the reason. Visit my website, www.buildyourbestlife.org. Order that book. It's not too late to get that gift. Read the blog that comes out Mondays at 10 a.m. and look at the services that I offer. Be blessed. Stay safe. Thank you for joining today. Remember, building your best life is our business. That's not a slogan, it's our commitment. I'm committed. Stay safe, be blessed. I love you and I hope to see you Saturday. And please pray that I get better. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Love you all.